going on Disney.
Yeah?
Oh, sorry, honey. This is for you.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I wonder what this could be. Oops. Oh, hello. Dear really monthly pain, fatigue, fertility, and complete panty crime scene? Wait, what the heck is... Uh-oh. Mom!
Happy period birthday!
Hey Glitter Critters, welcome back to yet another Period Hacks video. But I've decided to give it an all-new theme and twist where I draw my entire period life from start to finish. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to become an official Glitter Critter. My name is Breland and I make a lot of videos about periods. They're linked below. For this video, I've partnered with Scentbird, a monthly subscription service that allows you to choose your favorite designer fragrance every single month, which is a full 30-day supply for only $15 a month, and you get to choose from over 450 of the top designer fragrances, such as Prada, Gucci, Valentino, and so much more. You can use my coupon code GLITTER to get 30% off your first subscription now. The link to Scentbird is listed in the description below, and we're going to talk more about this later on in the video because I cannot wait to tell you more about the fragrances I chose and why I love them so much. Now, back to the video. We're gonna take a magic school bus trip down into our uterus, so this way we can figure out exactly how our menstrual cycle works and what the process is. Let's go!
Draw my period. How do periods work?
This here is a female's uterus. Attached are the ovaries. When ovulation happens, the ovaries will expel an egg. Hi, egg. What's your name?
Egg.
Once ovulation occurs, which is normally halfway through the ovulation process, the ovary allows the egg to travel through the fallopian tubes, and this is where the egg will normally stay. If the egg is fertilized, it will then make its way through the fallopian tubes and attach itself to the walls of the uterus or the uterine lining. To prepare for a fertilized egg, the uterus will thicken its lining, therefore creating these pretty little curtains inside of your uterus, like you see here. At the end of the ovulation process, if the egg isn't fertilized, and he's really sad like this one here, he's gonna let go, and your uterus will shed the thick lining it built up in preparation for a baby. This is what comes out when we get our period. The egg is normally dissolved back into the body and everything is flushed out naturally. This whole process is what we know as menstruation. A full menstrual cycle normally lasts around 28 days. Every woman's period is different. It can last a few days or even a week. I'm so sad to see my little egg go, but oh well, no babies this time. Bye, egg! So my period story began on December the 10th, 2001. I was 14 years old, in middle school, and I was sitting in class. I like to think of this day as like a second birthday because it's the day that I truly entered womanhood. The bell was about to ring, I was starving, and I was ready to rush to the restroom, get my business done, and run to the cafeteria because I heard we were having pizza. I think I should add the fact that I was feeling a bit moist down there.
Ew.
I was just thinking it was my womanly freshness keeping everything fresh. By the way, these little humps are other kids. Just out of curiosity, when is your period birthday? Post a comment below and let me know. So finally the bell rang, and this leads me into the first tip or hack.
Period hack.
you can predict around the time that you start your very first period. If you're between the ages of, let's say, 11 and 16, still haven't started your period, look out for these period symptoms and be prepared. Do your breasts feel sore? Do they hurt? Have you been extremely lazy lately, or just really lethargic for absolutely no reason? Have you had yellow or cloudy discharge? If you have experienced a large majority of these symptoms you see here within the last week, there is a big possibility you are going through premenstrual syndrome, or PMS.
What's PMS?
A combination of physical and emotional symptoms that many women get after ovulation and before their period. At the time, I never experienced this. If I did, I didn't realize it, especially since this happened. So I had to run through all of the other kids in the hallway while we were changing classes, and I finally made it into the bathroom. I was so eager to get to the cafeteria, I figured I would go in, do my business, and be out before I knew it. And all of a sudden, I got the shock of a lifetime. Oh my gosh, I got my first period. Luckily, my mom had taught me what to do, and she taught me all about starting my period. So I was kind of waiting for this, but I didn't know it was going to come at such an unexpected time. Because I was limited on time, I quickly made one of those toilet paper pads where you roll up as much toilet paper as possible and put it in my panties. So you have three options in school. You can do this, you can ask a friend for a pad, or you could go to the school nurse and they will have pads and tampons available for you. Let me know in the comments, which one would you do? So I was really excited to tell my mom about how I started my period. I told her as soon as I got into the car, and she was like, let's go to the dollar store, we're gonna buy you some period stuff. So I was really excited about this part. I realized the feminine hygiene section of the store can be somewhat confusing for a first timer. Now for the first hack on what to do in this particular situation when you have no supplies. Grab a container or something that has a lid on it and begin building your kit by experimenting with different tampon brands, different sizes, along with the same when it comes to pads, and maybe even get yourself a menstrual cup. There are so many different options out there for you, and I'm sure you'll find the perfect fit after you try them all out. So I started out using pads, but then of course I had to tell my friends that I started my period, and that's when we talked about tampons. My friend told me that she used tampons, and I was instantly intrigued. So I told my mom, I want to use some tampons. And of course my mom was a bit concerned, like, are you sure about this? So again, my mom brought me to the store and I bought the prettiest tampons I could find. And I was sitting there on the toilet, I was staring at them like, what do I do with these? If you are confused as to how to use a tampon, they have instructions inside the box. Here are the pictures here that tell you how to do it. The instructions are really helpful if it's your first time.
How do I do this?
So let me explain in a bit more detail. Here is a drawing of, let's say, a female body, along with your lady parts. Remove your underwear and then prop your leg up on the toilet, or you can sit down on the toilet. I just feel like this is easier. Make sure your tampon applicator is prepared. You pull the back till it snaps, and then you want to slowly relax, take a deep breath, and insert the tampon up and then back towards your spine. Don't be afraid to let your body slowly take the tampon in, and you'll feel as though the tampon wants to stop. Once you reach this point, it's okay to push the applicator up so it releases the tampon into your body, and then remove the applicator, letting the string hang out. Once the tampon's in, it should feel comfortable. You shouldn't feel anything at all. And remember to never allow a tampon to stay in any longer than 8 hours, because this could cause toxic shock syndrome, which in some cases can lead to death. Once it's time to remove the tampon, you can slowly tug on the string. Then you can either flush it or wrap it in toilet paper and toss it in the trash. Funny story is, the first day I wore a tampon to school, it felt as though I didn't put it in far enough up, and it was literally falling out as I was changing classes. And then I had to go to the school nurse, and she or he will have plenty of feminine hygiene products for you to choose from. Thanks, school nurse.
Ooh, another period hack.
Now I'm going to be showing you an incredible hack to completely avoid or help this situation. I like to call this secret weapon a period kit phone case. Now let me show you how to create this mini period kit. First, you'll need to purchase one of these secret compartment phone cases on Amazon. I'll be sure to link some of these in the description below. It has a secret compartment in the back along with a mirror and a clip. Now let's gather the supplies for this mini period kit in order of use. First, I'm adding a moist towelette to clean hands at any point in the process, a toilet seat cover so you can sit down comfortably and germ-free, hand sanitizer to disinfect before and after touching your lady parts, tush wipe or feminine wipes for clean freshness, a fresh panty liner, and extras such as a stain remover and cramp tabs if you're in pain. Next, carefully and creatively assemble your mini period kit so that everything fits to perfection. Close it up tight and you're all prepared for whatever your next period throws at you. Shortly after graduating into womanhood, I met my first serious boyfriend. And you know when you meet your first boyfriend and you always want to smell good, especially on your period? Well, this is a great segue into the next hack. The next hack is sponsored by Scentbird. Like I said before, you choose your favorite designer fragrance every month, kind of like a monthly guilt-free shopping trip. To open the vial case, simply twist the bottom to reveal the sprayer on top. The vial can easily be removed, revealing the perfume size and name on the side. I chose this fragrance from Jason Wu after reading many of the reviews on the Scentbird website on how amazing it smells. They were totally right. This perfume smells like a sweet and woody flower. This is definitely something I would wear on a date or something. They also sent me 2 other fragrances that I am head over heels in love with, including Taka Stella and Glossier You. I can't believe the small price you pay for so much. And the vials contain up to 140 sprays, and it can be placed right back into the case if you remove it. So remember, click the link at the top of the description below to check out Scentbird and use the coupon code GLITTER for 30% off your first month. Now for the hack. Smelling good on your period is really important. Taking a shower or a bath every single day is crucial. It's also great to top it off with a delicious fragrance. To make sure your fragrance stays all day long, apply a bit of Vaseline to the areas you plan to spray your perfume, and this will ensure the scent stays strong all day long. I like to apply a little perfume behind my ears, on my knees, wrists, so this way whenever I walk by, everyone will say, she smells good. I've always been obsessed with smelling fresh and clean, so I'm really happy that I got a chance to try Scentbird. I am totally hooked. Now for yet another embarrassing moment that happened to me in school. I was in the school gym with my friends. We were all sitting on the bleachers watching the cute guys play basketball, and all of a sudden my friend whispers to me, "Breland, you have a red spot on the back of your pants." I immediately went into fight or flight mode. I looked down, I saw the blood even on the bleacher, and I hightailed out of there as fast as I possibly could. This leads me into the next hack, which is don't allow your period to ruin life's moments like me. And here's how. Leak-proof panties. You can wear them to school, you can wear them while you're sleeping, you can save your sheets, save your panties. Not only that, they're really comfortable. I have a pair myself. They come in different colors, different styles. So let me stretch the panties so you can get an idea of what the plastic sounds like on the inside. Now for some creative period storage ideas that can be used at home or at school to keep your period supplies organized no matter where you are. Some of these containers only cost $1, so they're super cheap too. The first is a pencil pouch. A slide open pen and pencil container, great for tampons. A water bottle. This super cute straw container to hold your tampons. Obviously, you would only use this at home. And here are some really cool containers to repurpose for your period supplies, such as old cosmetic containers, old or unused craft containers like this one, which is used to hold paints and paintbrushes. The options are endless. One year we found out that all of us had to have clear backpacks because a child in the previous year decided to bring a gun to school and he hid it in his backpack. So this was a new rule that the school enforced, that if you were going to bring a backpack, it had to be clear. Being a girl who brings period products to school, sometimes this could be really awkward and maybe even embarrassing. Sometimes we don't want the entire school to see what brand of tampons we use. To avoid this situation, I'm going to show you how to create your very own secret stash to hide your tampons and pads in. That way, if you're ever in this situation, you'll be ready. For this DIY secret stash, you're going to need pliers, hot water, markers, and a nail file. So here we have a completely innocent Sharpie marker. It works fine, and on the inside, there's going to be a place that we can hide our goodies. You want to start by melting the glue that holds the purple part onto the gray part. So you can either run it under hot water or just hold it close to a heater. This way the glue melts and it makes it so much easier to use your pliers to pry it apart. Once it's wiggled apart enough, you can go ahead and twist it with your hands and pop off the top. The ink is really easy to take out. You could use pliers, scissors, whatever you want. And the reason for the file is if you have any marks left on your Sharpie marker, you don't want anyone to know that it's a secret stash, so you can file those off. I didn't do that, but you can totally do that. Now that it's completely hollowed out, you can begin to fill it with your goodies. And guess what? It still works. Now I'm going to prove to you how well it works by showing you how I fit an entire panty liner inside of it. So to do this, you will have to trim your panty liner, especially if you're going to try and fit it inside of a Sharpie marker. I would recommend you use like a highlighter or something if you really want to fit a panty liner in there without having to cut it. So what I'm doing is I'm just rolling it up the best I possibly can. I finally managed to fit it inside of the Sharpie marker completely, and I even was able to put the cap on with no problem. And even after all of this, it still works. Isn't it crazy? There is an entire panty liner inside of this little tiny Sharpie marker. I'm also going to show you how you can still use it even after it's been in there for so long. I left it in overnight and then I decided to take it out of the Sharpie marker and show you that it still fits onto a pair of panties. It's not warped, it's not ruined, it still works. Pretty crazy, I know. So I've got a really interesting panty hack that I stumbled upon when I was playing around with all these period products, and that is the sleeve inside of your panties. You can fit a panty liner, some tampons in there, and even put a pad on top so you don't actually feel it. And whenever you're ready to change it, go into your panties and you have your supplies right there. I remember when I was going to school on my period, I would just feel really lazy and tired, especially after school. Sometimes my stomach would be cramping. I came up with this really cool hack that can counteract those cramps. And that is to take a water bottle, fill it with hot water, or you can heat water up in the microwave and place it on your stomach. This is really going to help to relieve those cramps, and it's really soothing and helps you to relax. When it comes to school, you don't always want to have all of your period products out and about, all over your locker or all in your backpack. So it's a really great idea to create a pouch to put all of your period supplies, even in your purse. I got this really cute towel from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just chopping it up a bit and using my stapler, yes, a stapler, to sew it. So I turned it inside out and then I stapled it up on the sides. After doing so, I turned it right side in and the staples held up really well. They are very strong, especially when you use a lot of them like I did. To close the pouch, I used some of this Velcro that I had left over from previous crafts, and of course I put a cute little patch on the outside. So I made this one, and I also made one for tampons, which is smaller, but of course you can put everything in the one pouch. Many periods later, at 31 years old, I've had some pretty crazy experiences with my menstrual cycle. These were some of my favorite period stories from my school years, and I hope you can relate. Now that I've told my stories, I want to hear yours. Do you have a funny or embarrassing period story that you would like for me to draw in a future video like this one? If so, tell all in the comments below using the hashtag #MyPeriodStory. Please only use the hashtag if you would like to participate and be featured in a future period video, and this may even become a series on my channel if you really enjoy it. So don't forget to tell me your period birthday in the comments below, and remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications. Oh, and remember to check out Scentbird. The links to everything will be in the description below, along with more period content. I thank you so much for watching, and have a glitterful period. I love you. Bye!